Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of SoTellUs Time. Today we're going to be discussing stop selling and start helping. Focus on helping people, how you help people, how you solve their problem, and you will sell way more. It's the end of the year. This is the last podcast of SoTellUs Time until the new year. So, nothing's going to change. You're still going to get one next week. It's just going to be a brand new year, 2020. We made it. It's so exciting. Yes. This is really cool. I'm so excited. Guys, I hope you finished this year strong and you're getting ready for next year, because next year the goal needs to be to double or triple or quadruple, whatever that is for you. Let us be there with you. We're excited to be on that journey with you. Troy and I have had an amazing time this year working with all of you guys, talking about all the different aspects of business and home life and just everything that comes along with building a company, taking it from those bootstrap days and starting, with nothing to growing it to hundreds of thousands and then millions of dollars. So thank you for allowing us on that journey with you guys. Let's jump into the last podcast for 2019. Whoop, 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 whoop. So exciting. Okay. Stop selling, start helping. All too often, everybody just wants to use their marketing and they want to say, this is how we do this and this is what we do and da-da-da-da-da, but nobody wants to tell the story, which really the story is how you help people solve the problems that your company does. And it's the most important marketing that you could have, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So what are some ways? See, a lot of people they don't quite know how to figure out what it is that their clients need help with. They have an idea of this is what I do. I clean a pool. I'm a pool service guy, or I'm a home inspector. But there's a story behind that, and there's so much more to it. And so sometimes finding something unique about your story is really hard for these people to do, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Because you need to be unique. You need to have something different than everybody else. That really will help you stand out. So let's give them a way that they can find out what their clients truly want. And it's all about wording. I was just watching this thing and it was political, and I'm not going to go into it. I, don't want to talk politics at all. But it was funny how they were talking about, they did a poll and they found out from the poll that this certain word was used stronger and resonated with more people than this certain word. And so they shifted what they were using, the words they were using based on that poll. You can use that in your business as well. You can use that in your marketing as well. So how can our clients figure that out? How can our listeners figure out ways to the words that resonate the most, or whatever that is? What are a couple of ways that
so basically, you want to find out what your customers want.
Yeah.
And by saying what they want, again, like Trevor mentioned, you may be a pool cleaner, and it's like, well, they want a clean pool.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. But how, everybody's going to be talking about that on their website,
yes,
or their marketing, they're sending out their flyers, their whatever. So how do you separate yourself from the rest of them, and how do you use those words or offers or whatever that are going to resonate with the person? And the best way to do that is to find out what the customer wants and how they describe what they want.
Yeah.
That's really important too. So for example, clean pool, right? Oh, everybody wants a clean pool. Well, I don't want a clean pool. I want a crystal clear pool.
Yeah.
I want my pool so clean that it glimmers.
Yes.
Right? So if you just tell me, oh, you clean your pools. No. That's not that, powerful to me. If you say look, we make your pool crystal clear, right? Now all of a sudden I'm picturing this beautiful pool, right? So the wording matters. And
so clean your friends will be impressed.
Exactly, right? So the way
clean your friends won't believe you did it.
Exactly. There you go. And so the way you do that is you want to create a survey, right? You want to survey your current customers, and you want to ask them questions about, what is important to them.
Yeah.
What is the most important thing about my service? What do you care about the most? What is, if you were to grade me on my service, what would you say that I do the best?
Absolutely.
Or what would you say that I do the worst?
Yeah. Where could I improve?
Exactly. Where could I improve? Yeah. Right? So you can start to find out from the customers, several different things. One, you find out what you're doing great. You find out what you're maybe not doing great. You find out how they describe what they want in their services.
Yeah.
Do they want, if you see,
is there a service that they want that they don't realize you offer?
Exactly.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times clients have come to us and we've had them do a poll, right? And they've talked to their clients. They've actually communicated with their clients, asked them, what is it that you need from us? And the client's like, oh, I'd love it if you did this. And the client and our client does that. They offer that service, but their clients had no idea that they offered that service.
Right, exactly. So they needed to start marketing those services, right? Making sure everybody understood them. So there's tons of different things that you can find out by doing a survey. Yeah. We have a couple of tools that you can use. One of them is called SurveyMonkey.
Yep, it's a good one.
And they have paid accounts, but there's also a free account out there as well. Or another one is Sign Up Genius that you can utilize, and that has a free account as well. So you just go through, and again, you don't want to make a 50-question survey. You want to make it quick, make it easy, really focus on what questions are the most important, and then email it out to all of your clients to find out, what they think about your business and, what services do they want that maybe they don't think you offer, or maybe they want a service that you don't offer, but you could very easily integrate in, right? Mm-hmm. So now you have a whole other line of revenue just because you asked your clients what they wanted. Or maybe you go, oh, I can't add any more services. Yeah. Okay, great. But maybe all of your clients are looking for this service that you can't do. Yeah. But you can create a referral relationship with somebody else and you can make revenue
Partner up with somebody. Absolutely. Cross-market each other. Yeah, and that's the thing is I would say out of all of those, the number one that's probably the most effective is the number one question. If you're just going to pick one, the most effective question to ask is, what service would you like that I don't currently provide? Because that way you get to find out what it is that they think you're lacking. And a lot of times, again, you probably already provide that service, or like Troy said, you can easily integrate that service into your business. So that's the most powerful. If you're just going to pick one question to ask, it's what service would you like that I don't currently provide?
Right. And a great thing, again, along with our theme is, right, stop selling, start helping. Mm-hmm. So you go, hey, you know what? They go, well, why does he want to know what that? Well, it's because I want to help you, right? Even though I don't provide the service, you're looking for it, so I want to give you somebody that you can trust, right? So you're helping them, not selling them, but you can turn it into revenue down the road.
That's amazing service. That's like Zappos and that story of like when they were out and the guy that owns Zappos, and he was like, my customer support is so amazing. My service is amazing. My guys will help you with anything. And one of the guys in the limo is like, what? Well, you know what? I'm going to call him up and I'm going to ask him some random question. And he's like, all right, go ahead. So he calls up the service department and he's like, yeah, I'm looking for the closest pizza place to me. I'd like to get a pizza. And they're like, well, sir, we don't actually sell pizzas. We sell shoes. But let me look that up for you. Right. They tested it and it have such great service. Like, I want to provide you whatever it is that you need. Right?
Then another thing you can do is do phone calls with your top clients. Mm-hmm. So, if you have a ton of clients, you can't call every single one of them, right? Yeah. But find your ones that are the most valuable to you, the ones that pay you the most. Absolutely. And then do a phone call with them. And again, just run through the very same questions as the survey, right? But on a more personal level, and ask them. And that way you can do follow-up questions and really dig in to what it is they want out of your service. Yeah. So, do that with your top clients, because again, they're the type of clients that you want to attract more of.
Absolutely. Like you don't need to guess. That's the thing, is everybody's always trying to guess what it is that their clients, or they're thinking like, but remember, there are so many different personalities out there. And we did a podcast on that, an earlier podcast about personalities. And if you want to be the most successful, you have to sell and service all the personalities. So you think from one type of personality. Your mind thinks a certain way, but there are multiple other people out there that think in different ways. And so that's why asking your clients what it is that they would love to get, the service that they would love for you to provide, that is way more powerful than you wasting your time, implementing things that don't matter, that they're not going to use.
Exactly. And then the last tip I'm going to give you is research what your successful competitors are doing. Yes. So this is really important because, you may be a smaller business and you've got some big competitors out there that are doing really, really well. Well, the reason they got big is because they did something right. So research what they offer. Research what words they use, on their website, so you can get the right words in there. Research, do they have any services that you don't have that people are, really liking? So take a look at what they're doing, and you don't have to copy them exactly. Right. but it should give you ideas of like, you know what, I should really do this too. Or maybe, oh, you know what, I don't want to offer that service, but I'll do this service, which is similar to that, you know. So take a look at the successful people, and then, you know, find what you can pull out of that and apply it in your business.
Yeah, because it's just like Damien Godoy, who we had on the podcast earlier, was talking about he's built a multi-million-dollar, almost hitting $100 million business this year. And he was talking about the simple things, like the simple things that he does that other realtors say are dumb, like putting his face on his signs.
Yep.
Okay, that realtors tell him all the time, that's so dumb. Why do you do that? But you know what? It works, and people recognize him, and people see his face everywhere. And so it might be a dumb thing or what other people think is dumb, but guess what? It works. So you should implement it. Like every realtor should have their face all over their signs. I don't get why they don't. But anyways.
The funny thing is like with that, I was just thinking about it. Like if you were to ask me, you know, what Damien's company's name is, I don't even have a clue what the actual name of his company is. But I know his name, Damien Godoy, right? Because his picture, his face is on there, and his name is on every single sign.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't care what the company name is. I know who he is.
And then he's got his great locations where it's like, I see from the freeway, I see his building, Argo Realty, right?
There you go.
It's I can remember it because I drive by it all the time. So anyways, brand awareness, right?
Yep.
That's the way to do it. So ask your clients. Find out from them firsthand what it is that they want from you, and then stop guessing. You don't have to guess.
Exactly. All right. So Trevor, now the next one I wanted to talk about, I want you to talk about it, is, you know, how to stop selling in your marketing and actually like solve problems. Because a lot of times we see this, you know, clients come to us, they want us to help them with their marketing, and, you know, their marketing is bogged down with, you know, and I sell this little widget and the technical aspects of it and blah, blah, blah,
nobody
blah,
cares about.
And, you know, 3mm this and and flow of this and nobody, I'm bored. I'm bored of them telling me about it.
I'm sorry, I can't market boring things.
Yeah, exactly. So how can they get away from that and actually focus on solving problems to get more sales?
Well, first off, they do what we just told them to do, which is find out from their clients what it is that they truly want. And then when you have that majority that says, I want this, you can then use that in your marketing and say, I provide this, or I solve this problem. And you have to get creative with it. But the great thing is by doing step one, which is doing a survey or getting on the phone with your top clients and finding out exactly those pain points. Because remember, what you want to do is you kind of want to poke at it, right? You've got that little, wound, and you kind of want to, they've got this wound and you want to poke at it. It sounds mean, but honestly, it's like, a good marketing strategy is going to address the problem that the person is having. Yep. And then it's going to say, this is how I fix it.
Yes.
They present the problem, they present the solution to the problem, right?
Right. Because that's think about it. Like when you bring up the problem, you know, they go, fetch. Yeah, I hate that. Yeah. Like, oh, that drives me crazy. Now they're in the mood of, I need to fix that.
Yes.
You know, like 2 seconds ago, they weren't even thinking about that problem.
Yes.
You know, so they're like, blah, 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 I don't even care. Right. But then when you poke it and they go, oh, that drives me crazy, I'm going to do something right now to fix that.
Exactly. And you know what a great way to do it? Exactly. And a great thing to do at that moment is actually teach them how to solve it on their own.
Yes.
People go, what? No. But then why would they hire me? Well, first off, there's this whole thing of being like an industry expert. Being the guru, being the best out there. And what do those guys do? Information. They give information. You tell them how to solve that problem. Now, here's the key. Here's the trick. Here's the, little tip here that you guys are going to do that other people aren't doing is in that you're going to show them how this is a multi-step solution. It's gonna take them. They're gonna need to do this and this and this and this and this, and we utilize that in SoTellUs and our review system. People can go out and they can get reviews on their own.
Yes,
but the problem is it's hard. It's difficult, and their customers don't do it. And so we can talk about that all day long. We can poke the bear and the wound, and then we can say, now the next step is here's how you can do it on your own, and here's how you can solve it. But man, they go, man, that's a lot of work. That's too many steps. I don't have time for that. Great. That's when you then say, here's how we solve this problem for you.
Right. I love that because you poke the wound and they're like, dang it. Then you've given them a solution. They're like, oh, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this.
Yeah.
But then you poke the wound again because it's like, oh, I don't have time to do all that. I got so much other things I got to do with my business.
Yeah.
And then, so now now they really want a solution.
Yeah.
And they're ready to buy. When you say, you know what, hey, here we go. You could do all of this that I just taught you, or you can use this system and it will do it for you in less than 30 seconds. Boom. They want to solve the problem.
Yeah, exactly. So you first get what their problem is, right? Or what they desire, what they want, the majority of them. And surveys are a good way to do that. Phone calls are a good way to do that. Then you take that and you put it in your marketing and you kind of poke at that wound a little bit.
Yep.
And then you say, now here, I'm going to teach you how to for free, how to do this. Solve the problem.
Yep.
You can go and you can take action yourself and you can do this totally free. You don't even have to hire anybody. And then they realize how much work it is. And
real quick right there, you don't even have to hire anybody, right? What did you just do there? You just knocked all of your competitors out, right? Because you just told them, you don't have to hire anybody. So now they're like, well, I don't need that dude and that dude and that dude.
Yeah.
Right? I just need this guy who's going to teach me how to do it myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So that's a great way to eliminate your competitors in this process.
Yeah. And then they realize, I don't want to do this. I don't have time to do this. I'm a home inspector. I just want to do home inspections. I don't want to go out and spend, hours trying to get reviews. I just want to have it happen.
Yes.
And then you say, okay, and then here's how we solve this problem for you and just make it super simple, super easy and cost effective. Right?
Exactly. That's literally one of the best ways to market.
Absolutely. That's marketing, if you can do that, if you can accomplish that, you're going to kill it.
Exactly. All right. So now the next thing we wanted to talk about was giving free value. And we talked about that a little bit right here, right? Trevor talked about, teaching them how to do it on their own. So, knowing that they're not really going to do it on their own, but you've given them free value. So now they trust you.
Yeah.
And that's really important. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten off the phone with somebody and at the end, I'm not really trying to sell them. I'm just giving them information. I'm answering their questions. I'm, letting them know like, well, look, you don't want to do that. Some people are going to tell you to do that, but that's not really, that's not good for your business. And by the end, they're like, please let me hire you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I haven't even talked to them about buying the services, right? Yeah. They're like, please, like, you've given me so much value. I can't believe you spent this much time, educating me. Please let me just hire you.
Exactly.
So it works really, really well.
Yep.
Now, again, that's part of that free value. So what can you provide for little to no cost, but it has a great value for your customers or your prospects?
Yeah.
I want you to think about that. So we'll just take a couple of them real quick. Like a marketer, you could provide educational material. Like we just talked about.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to spend some time. Let me look through your website. Let me, see what's good, what's bad, give you all this information.
Yep.
Right? No obligation, nothing. That's a great thing you can do. Or, hey, you want to learn how to do Facebook ads? I've got this great video that I can give you on how to do Facebook ads.
Yep.
Odds are they're not going to do Facebook ads. They're going to end up hiring you.
They're going to hire you. Yeah.
Another thing, like for a lot of our marketers that are partners with us around SoTellUs, we give them a free SoTellUs widget that called SoTellUs Lite that they can give out to any business anywhere in the world to help them start showing their reviews on their website. And so that's another, again, like very simple, something that doesn't cost a lot of money, but provides a lot of value. So
Absolutely.
For marketers like that carpet cleaner, another one you could do is like, hey, a free bottle of stain remover for you, not only for you, but for your friend, right? So you don't just give them one because, they're your clients, so you're giving it to them because, you want to make them happy. But why not give them a second bottle and ask them to give it to one of their friends, and it has your branding on it, your marketing, right? So now their friend
if you don't have your branding on it, tape a business card to it.
Exactly.
Right.
Absolutely. So that way they're marketing for you by giving it to a friend.
Yes.
Child Care Center, another one for that is create an email, like a newsletter kind of thing that goes out that has like parent tips and tricks.
Yes.
Right? How many times, are parents going, oh my gosh, my kids are driving me crazy. I can't get them to do this. I can't get them to do that. I can't teach them how to do this. Right? So just create great information that you can send out to all your parents, on a weekly, monthly basis, whatever it is.
You could give them as simple as like a weekend activity that they could do.
Exactly.
A craft or something like that. Parents are always trying to figure out something they can do with their kids and entertain them, right?
Right. So you give that out to your parents. They love you because you're providing that for them. Then you just simply tell them, hey, guess what? Go ahead and click share and share this with your friends and family, so that your friends can know, get these great tips too. And now all of a sudden they're marketing your business.
Absolutely.
Because you gave them something for free.
Yeah.
So again, look at whatever it is in your industry that you can give away, even if it costs you a little bit of money. It'll be worth it if you do it right, because it can generate more sales coming in the door. And then finally, the last one is really, really cool. And Trevor, I want you to take this one. What's something else they can do?
A giving back campaign. This is a little bit off the wall. Not everybody's going to be into this, but you should be. It's pretty cool. And it's a great way. So maybe you're in an industry that you think, well, there's really nothing like special about me that's different than my competitors, or like, what am I going to do, guys? Like, this doesn't apply to me. Well, a giving back campaign can absolutely apply to you. It's pretty cool. And I'll give you a perfect example. There was a water bottle company, and the water bottle company was like, what are we going to do different than every other water bottle company? Like, guess what? Everybody claims they get their water from some awesome rainforest waterfall spring bubbling out of the Irish brook or something. They've all got the Fountain of Youth water. Well, guess what? That's the same. Everybody, a water bottle company, I could see how they're like, man, what do we do? So what this particular company did is it was for like, I don't remember exact details, but it was like for every 1,000 bottles of water that was purchased, they would dig a well for people in Africa, in these different tribes around Africa that needed water. And I'm sure it was outside of Africa as well. That was just the one that I remember seeing and hearing about and reading an article about it too. It was great. It got them a ton of publicity.
Yes.
Ton of marketing, ton of publicity. People wrote articles about them. They were in magazines and books and all this stuff all over the internet. And so think about that. That was a great idea. It was a giving back campaign. What's different about us? Well, guess what? When you buy our water, that is like everybody else's water on the planet, we are going to go out and dig a well and give back to the world. So
exactly. Our water isn't like everybody else's in the world because everybody else's water just quenches your thirst. Our water literally saves lives.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, like, you can't compete with that.
Yeah.
It's like, but my water's cheaper. Why don't you buy mine?
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
I can buy cheaper. I can save some kid in Africa.
Exactly.
Which one are you going to pick?
Exactly. People have hearts, right? And you can tug at those heartstrings. And so a giving back campaign, if you can't think of something of what we talked about earlier, free value, or, poking that, problem and then solving that problem, or giving them some sort of like, info, how to come up with something like this. Do a giving back campaign. Tom's Shoes is perfect for this. Tom's Shoes, for every pair of shoes that was bought from them, they gave a pair of shoes to a kid that was in need. Yep. That's amazing. Why wouldn't you buy Tom's Shoes? Like, I would go buy those just because it's going to help somebody else. That's awesome. I'm going to buy shoes anyway, so I might as well buy from Tom's Shoes. Yeah, I wish I had some promo from Tom's Shoes to get money. We're promoting this out to all of our thousands of listeners. Everybody go buy Tom's Shoes because you're going to help other people. That's going to be awesome. And then we have a client that they took this. We talked about it, and they took this idea and they ran with it, right? Cleaning for a reason. Such a cool program. So they give a free house cleaning to someone that is fighting cancer. Is that every month that they pick someone?
Yeah. So it's a woman named Debbie Sardone, and she actually started the charity. Yeah, she's absolutely amazing. Yes. Started this charity, and then she has like 1,200, I believe it is, house cleaning companies around the country that have joined in this movement. And then, from what I understand, is once a month they give a free house cleaning to someone that is fighting cancer.
That's amazing. That's
going through chemotherapy. And for anyone who's gone through chemotherapy or has a family member that's gone through it, you can see how it just wipes them out. No. And so for these 1,200 house cleaners, once a month to go and take care of somebody else, it's amazing. Like, why, when I'm looking to pick a house cleaner, am I going to pick Joe Blow over here who's, $10 cheaper? Or am I going to pick someone that does something amazing like that?
Yes.
That's the person I'm going to trust coming into my house.
Well, and talk about an industry where everybody, markets the same, right? And like, we get it. We know what you do. You clean houses. That's so when I'm going to a website and then all of a sudden, bam, this cleaning for a reason is right there being marketed on the front page of that website. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So I can hire this company or I can hire this company. They're both the same price. They both do the same thing. But this company, they care about people. Yep. They're giving back, right? That's amazing. So I'm definitely going to hire them. Debbie, we love you. We know you listen. This is awesome. You are amazing. You are doing such great things. So guys, think about that. Think about ways that you can do a giving back campaign, making yourself different than everybody else out there, right?
Absolutely.
That will definitely help you in the new year. This is the way you should be thinking for the new year. These are things you can implement in the new year, but you got to plan, prepare, and then execute. Well, we're going to keep this one short today because we know everybody's excited for the new year. It's, coming up on New Year's Eve. And so now everybody's like getting ready for their last party of the year. And then we can finally get into the new year and things can calm down. And like, what's next? Valentine's Day? No one cares about Valentine's Day. And so it's definitely not a big party. Hallelujah. Because I am ready for the partying to stop. I'm ready to just be focused and I'm ready to crush it in January. I'm super excited for January.
Absolutely.
It's going to be awesome. So guys, thank you again. We love you all so much. We have grown the podcast. In 2019, we have grown the podcast by thousands and thousands of downloads. It's been amazing. Thousands of new listeners. Everybody is sharing it like we've been asking. We really appreciate you guys. Take a screenshot, put it on your social media, text it to people, tell them they should be listening to this. It has been wonderful. We have loved 2019. We've loved growing with you guys. We've loved being with you guys. You're awesome. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll see you guys on the next So Tell Us Time in 2020.